Good evening, Mr. Wayne. Thank you for your time for being with us tonight. It is our pleasure and honor to have you here. And we're going to have some questions. If you don't mind, we can answer some questions. Who is the AICC and what is Indonesian?
American AICC stands for American Indonesian Chamber of Commerce. Its mission is to promote two-way trade between the United States and Indonesia. It promotes commercial opportunities. It helps companies find partners, helps companies work on problems after they have partners. It hosts Indonesians in the United States, provides a platform to have Americans learn more about Indonesia. But it's primarily a membership organizations. The companies that are actually members benefit from the expertise and the networking that this kind of an organization provides.
Okay. So, what do you think about Indonesian market in the Asia region?
Well, Indonesia is one of the most exciting, booming markets, especially over the last 3-4 years, when other countries in the region have been experiencing slower growth. Indonesia its growth has continued in a very strong way. America's economy has been slower in the last couple of years, but those companies that have discovered Indonesia have benefited greatly by being here, by investing here, and by seeing the growth that's occurred. You can see it in the currency that's strengthened.
Right.
It means that we have foreign funds coming into Indonesia. They can earn more here than they can in the United States, where interest rates are quite low.
Right.
So, in some ways, Indonesia is contributing to the recovery in the American economy.
This is just very easy conversation. I believe that you came to Mr. Obama for dinner. What do you think about it? Did you have a chance to shake hand or with?
I did. I didn't expect to do that, but my table was close to the path of the president when he walked in, and as he walked past me, I held out my hand, and he shook it.
Wow.
And he kept going.
Wow. At least shake your hand there.
So it was a big moment for me, and of course it created a buzz around me because no one else did it.
Wow.
But my feeling is, as an American, I kind of understand our politicians.
Yes.
So I know with an American politician, if you put your hand out, they have to shake it because that's what they do. It's like a reflex. So, of course, he shook it.
That's very nice. Okay, what is a new trend that you observe since you arrived here in Indonesia?
Well, what I see is a great use of technology, and I see a great expansion of the use of social networking in the life of almost all Indonesians. And it's an exciting trend. And it matches so closely what is happening all over the world that it looks like, even from what I can see, that Indonesia may be one of the most active places for social networking outside of the place where it started, which is the United States. So that to me is really exciting.
Mr. Wayne, what kind of product that AICC members involved with?
Well, one way I can illustrate that is to say that our members are involved with products that most Americans would use before 9 o'clock in the morning. And some of those products would be, they wake up, they go in the bathroom, they might use a basket for their toothbrush made of rattan from Indonesia. They might use shaving cream with palm oil from Indonesia. They put on some perfume with patchouli oil from Indonesia. Then they go to breakfast, and then they have pepper on their eggs. They drink some coffee, probably from Indonesia, or tea, or they may have cocoa. They might walk on some wood flooring from Indonesia, sit on a bench made out of teak that comes from Indonesia, all before they got out the door.
So at least I can count it's about 10 already?
At least 10 of those type of products. They might put on a shirt made in Indonesia, our sneakers made in Indonesia. They might even have a television set made from Indonesia. Our members involved with all of that. There's some tech companies in the chamber, oil companies, there are companies that are in mining from Indonesia, that do mining in Indonesia, and banks, law firms. So we represent a great network for any company to understand how to do business in Indonesia.
What do you think about Love Indonesia website and
Well,
application?
I looked at Love Indonesia before I came to Indonesia, and I noticed that immediately it would have great use for me. I could look for restaurants, kind of think of where I would like to go, and it had other information about events, and I could see that as this product develops, it could be more important to not just visitors, but American companies that want to communicate something about their product or their service to Indonesians. And so I really look forward to its development in the future.
Okay, my last question, Mr. Wayne. How do you love Indonesia?
I love Indonesia.